All right, here we are in our run and driving video of our all original 76 Ford F-250. We got it idling. It's on the main tank right now. It's got about a quarter tank of fuel. You can see the headlights are working. They're nice and bright. Both tanks are good. Both have different sending units and work well. I think the auxiliary tank is going to be the front one with the turn cap, the external turn cap. It's pretty close to E. See, it's running nice and smooth. No belt squeals. Zero exhaust leaks on this. There's no exhaust manifold leaks to worry about. Flowmasters sound great. Tail lights, corner lights are on. License plate light works. Got a great rumble. Corner lights are working there. Alrighty. So the stereo does not work right now. It powers up and everything, but every time you fire it up, it says code, which luckily the manual's right here, the code's in there, but I'll also give it to you. It is 1987. I'm guessing, let's see. And it's got an old school kind of amp in the back there. And then once you got the code, you hit arrow over to the right and hold it for, 5 seconds or stuff, and then it says approved. But I don't get any volume out, so it might be that amp that's behind there, but it looks like the stereo itself is operating fine, except for, I'm not sure why it wants code every time, because it doesn't stay on when you turn it off. So we got main tanks, quarter tank of fuel, auxiliary tank, it'll keep running. It's going down a little bit. You got brand new wiper blades, original front glass, but you can see both speeds work really nice and smooth. Both of these glide around really nice and smooth. They don't get hung up like you often do. So you're just above E. Go back to the main tank because we got more fuel in there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear the blower motor, but it works well. It's on low right now. Hopefully you can hear that. It's on high. Medium there. We're gonna go ahead and turn her off because it's pretty nice and warm today. E-brake works good. All the windows roll up nice and smooth. We'll go ahead and roll those up. Wing windows, both wing windows are nice and tight. So you push them, they're nice and solid. The truck's got old seat belts, so every once in a while if you lean forward like that, it'll be a little loose. You just snap it, it comes back. So we're in first gear, which you don't really need to often, but you can see it's giving good resistance. You take off the e-brake and we're rolling, so. Clutch feels really nice and good going to reverse. Doesn't have any issues. The shift forks are in nice shape, nice and tight. That's second, third, fourth, fifth. You can see it's nice and tight, so. Not a sloppy shifter where you're looking for the gears. We're gonna get out here. Hopefully we get up to some good speeds. Brakes nice and smooth. Doesn't pull or anything like that. I'm in second gear. I pretty much always start in second gear unless I'm, gonna go up a hill or something like that. It is a little bit noisier, the transmission, in third gear. You hear that kind of wind. It's got fresh transmission fluid, 80-90 in there, it's got 90 weight. And you go to fourth, and it's quiet, or quieter, and you go down to second, and you really don't hear any grinding or anything like that. But it's just a gear noise. It's not like a crazy high pitch. Yeah, as you can see, somebody replaced the, obviously the engine at some point, rebuilt it. It's great it doesn't have any exhaust manifold leaks. It's just really nice. But you can see the steering box has been replaced at some point. Nothing brand new. That's third gear. Fourth is super quiet. You're gonna get some wind noise. Oh, I left that wing window open, unlocked, so we're gonna get a little bit more wind noise. I think I was displaying that on the other video or something, but I'll latch that. It locks good. But this wind noise here, You can probably replace the door seals, but you are going to get a little bit. You know, I don't think they were completely quiet brand new. But the steering box is a quick ratio steering box where it's very easy to turn. You can see I'm not trying to fish it down to find center. You know, unfortunately there's traffic here. I'm gonna let off the throttle. But you see all the gauges, temp's right in the middle. Fuel's about a quarter tank. Oil pressure's fantastic and it's warmed up. Oil literally has about 20 miles on it. Doing 60. We're gonna go ahead and turn off here. This road's got a little bit of a crown, so I'm gonna pulse you, but really easy to turn. So it might take you a little bit to get used to the quick ratio steering box, but you can see as I move the steering wheel, the whole truck is kind of moving. So doesn't really have any play or anything like that. It's braking nice and straight and smooth. You know, the road does its own thing, but you can see the steering wheel wasn't pulling or anything like that. Take you around this little back road here. Really easy turn. You can see it's giving good resistance. I let go, it wants to return to center. So you know your alignment's good, your steering box is good. You're gonna get some rattles and stuff like that just from being an old truck, but nothing crazy. You know, I was 30 miles an hour on some potholes. You know what's cool though is that both sun visors, I'm not sure if I caught this in the other video, both have their little nubbies still. That's like really hard to find for some reason on these old Fords, cars and trucks. There was another pothole. But we got some 90s up here. I get into the brakes. You can see I'm just pretty much driving with my thumb. Shift into third, nice tight rotation. It's extremely easy to turn. So if you're used to like a bump side, you know, like 67 F-250, manual steering, manual brakes, this is a night and day difference. I could imagine back in the day, if you had one of those trucks and you went and test drove something like this that was 9 years newer, you'd be absolutely in love. It drives, the steering is so easy. The brakes are really easy, have nice little bounce to them. They're not squishy or they're sucked down. They're not hard to push. Just so again, oil pressure's looking good, speedometer's not bouncing, but look how clear that gauge is, how nice the numbers are, the letters, everything. So I really believe this is 124,000 original miles. These trucks really, you know, weren't made, they didn't have the intention this thing to be around 20, 30, 40, 50 years later in fantastic condition. So it shows the care it's gotten, and being garaged in just a killer old original truck. And no reserve, so it's gonna be pretty killer. Good luck.